Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Multiplex Project V2 and the Multiplex Minecraft project. Here as we load, yes, sir, yes, sir, it's another episode of the Multiplex Minecraft project. So, guys, we got some news. Looking down at the ground, maybe in an ashamed. Oh, that spider's dead. Maybe in an ashamed manner. Um, so I've done a little bit of work since times left off. We'll definitely grab that string. Why not? I believe I turned off my sound the other day because I was listening to some music. Um, yeah, there's a few hints of what's been going on since I've left. So initially, let's get in with the pressing topic. I died again. I left my computer. I was thinking I'm gonna make a ton of glass. I need a ton of glass for this new project. I am in the process of doing something. I'm gonna make a ton of glass. And well, when you're smelting something, you leave your computer because I need a ton of glass and it's gonna take ages. So I'll just go eat some food. I'm downstairs and I'm thinking about the game. I may as well go to bed. Try and steer this way, but it's not really going to help. You're going to see a little bit of what I'm building over there. But yeah, I went to go get some food, and in the process of eating or making the food, I start thinking to myself, wait a sec. I was in the smeltery, and I've been gone for enough time. I was in the smeltery, and my smeltery is terrible, man. There's no protection in there, is there? It's an open building. It's free for all the mobs to come in, smelt whatever they want. Whatever they need to smelt, they can come in and they can do that as they want. But that also meant, the mobs killed me. So I come back. I come running up the stairs. I'm bounding up the stairs, and I'm thinking, oh no, because I'm dead. I'm full on dead. I'm like, is my stuff still gonna be here? My stuff gonna still be here? I run over. I walk as fast as I can over it, and there's nothing. I had everything on me, all my resources, and I'm devastated. I'm thinking, wow, how could I do such a thing? And yeah, I died again. I died again. But there's one thing that can never take me out of this world, guys, and that is dying. I could lose all my diamonds. I could lose all the iron. I could lose everything. I'm gonna keep on trucking along because we've got a project to finish. So we better damn finish it. And it's lucky I made that extra diamond. I made an extra diamond pickaxe. I don't know if that was on video, but I think I was just like building an axe, and I built a pickaxe. That might have been on video. But yeah, I'm an idiot. But we'll keep on hitting it. I lost all the wood. I had tons of wood. Lost it all. But we got a great big project that we got trucking along today. I had some great ideas, and I still do have some great ideas. But let's go through what's changed. Let's go. Let me just make. I may or may not be running out of iron. Am I? I feel like I had more iron. Actually, I know what happened to all my iron when we discussed the changes. But let's just. Oh, I'll have one boot. One boot and no other boot. If you could only make one boot, that'd be great. I bet there's a mod out there for like just one boot. Half the armor, but half the resource. You get one boot. So let's Do I need a diamond sword? Really? Probably not. But I get diamond gear back every time. I'll just, I was watching. I'm always watching some YouTube. Me guys, I love some YouTube. And there was this one guy who was talking about like diamonds. Quick tangent before we go into what's changed. Obviously, this is what's changed. Uh, but this guy was talking about diamond is like I'd rather use iron because I can always get iron, but diamond is rare and if I lose my diamond stuff, and I'm sitting there thinking. Yeah, I could mine 10 stacks of diamonds. It's gonna take me a while. I'll be down in the mines for about a week or two. But you could get as many diamonds. This world is full of diamonds. There's so many diamonds in this world. Like, this world is infinite. There's pretty much like as many diamonds as you could ever want to collect in this world. So I was thinking, why would I only use iron? I use iron armor because if I use diamond, I wouldn't even have enough. I wouldn't have diamond. Anything if I use diamond armor, but yeah, there's a lot of diamonds. I don't see the point in just using just iron. Anyway, let's get into the changes. So obviously what I've done here is I kind of carved through, well, I guess there's a lot changed. We've got some new street lights put up, some classic, I think this is classic look where they use black wool on torches. And then there was this big grey like pond. It's not much of it, it's not a lake. But I put these bridges. I was thinking, it would be sick if this like connected through, and I put like bridges over, and then it would be like a bridge over. So I did that, and then, but then there's this little trail up here. You maybe think, what is that over there? And you kind of get like a little bit of a hint from the redstone torches. So if you take a little walk over it, I was gonna build it a bit closer, but I was thinking, it really needs to be like out of the way. I don't know if I'm quite okay. Well, it's obvious what it is. It's a rail line. um, I don't know where the minecart's gone though. The minecart's disappeared. I don't know if something's taken my minecart on a little trip. I definitely remember my minecart not being anywhere but where I left it. But we'll just make a new minecart. Whatever. Let's also just get another diamond because I also want a diamond shovel. So yeah, I'm always dying, guys. If there's any inspiration to take from this series, if you don't watch this series much and you just kind of check in, and you one of these people who plays Minecraft and you die and you devastate. If you're playing on hardcore, I get it. I don't play. I would never play hardcore personally. I just don't see the idea of never having your world. We'll take this roller coaster ride while I do. I don't see the point of hardcore. That's my personal preference. I like to have a world that goes on, but still, if you are a person who dies a lot and that's my Minecraft. I need something. Must have pushed it. Now we're a little bit. Oh, don't go down there. There's only meant to be one minecart on here. This is okay. Yeah, if you're one of those people who doesn't like dying in Minecraft, just take me as a great example. You can die so many times, lose everything, and you can still come back. You can still come back from it's never the end. It's never the end. Unless you go to the end and finish the game. Well, then it is the end. But it's never over. There's infinite resource in this game. Everything I feel like they put in the game, at least at this point, it's meant to be infinite. There's meant to be so much of it that you should never worry about losing. Diamonds, I could, like I said, I could just go get more diamonds. I could come over here and I could start mining down here. This is so far away from over there that there'll be a whole new host of diamonds under here. I could go across the water, I could go over there, I could start mining down there. And there'll be a whole new host of diamonds over there. I could take a trip over yonder and we could go over there and we could find a whole new host of diamonds over there. There's so many diamonds. Like I could find a whole new stack of diamonds. That might be a flex. I don't think it is. I just don't think diamonds have to be, this super rare, extreme resource that you can't get more of. And it's, I need to clutch my diamonds, like clutching my pearls, because, I don't want to lose my diamonds. But, diamonds are just, they are just what they are. A little bit annoying that we now have two minecarts, but, two minecarts better than one, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if I'm quite done with that. That's just because I was thinking I want a railway system, and the best time to start making a railway system is as early as possible. I thought because the earlier you start making a railway, the more you plan around the railway. So I don't know if it'll traverse. It won't be coming this way. It definitely won't be coming this way, but I don't think it'll even go that way. I think this is the end of the line for here. It could venture over that distance, but it's just more of a contingency at this point. We're not even I've still got. I need to build around here. I've still got a lot of ideas. There needs to be more added on to it as well. I just thought it took a while to just do that, to be honest. Okay, so yeah, we got streetlights, we got a new rail system, nice fancy bridges. We lost all our stuff. I think for the third time. Um, don't think anything's changed with the old mine. I was watching a nice video from somebody about. Yeah, I really love watching Minecraft videos. Sometimes it's kind of like, oops, the usual issues, guys. Apologies. I like watching like sort of inspirational videos for Minecraft. Sort of bring my head into the right space when thinking about Minecraft. And this one was about big fancy mega builds and, you know, the meta of building becoming mega builds instead of humble builds. And I guess that's something that I need to get into my head as well. That, mega builds aren't anything that anybody used to build. At this stage of the game, I've got tons of news, guys. I wasn't even thinking I wanted to record this video today because I was really tired and I was just like, oh, I don't know if I can be bothered. Just the usual, just kind of, can I? I didn't get a lot of sleep, but I was thinking I got to get this video out. Got like the COD Zombies series is tricky for me because, to be honest, I don't see a lot of inspiration. I see a lot of people doing it. A lot of people do Minecraft, but at the same time, it's just something that I really love. Where COD Zombies is fun to play, but it's such a saturated market. I just find it difficult to see how I slot into such a market. I don't know what I'm doing now. Anyway, so yeah, I was watching this amazing video about mega builds and how they became the hot thing. And I was thinking, I was actually thinking at the start of this series, oh, I should build some mega builds. But this video was like, you should just build what you want to build. You shouldn't build, just because you see mega builds out there and these, build. They do look awesome, don't they? I love the look of a mega build. But at the same time, it's like more points like that's built by like a team of people. Like sometimes it might be one person, but if it's one person, they are magnificent at Minecraft building. Absolutely, just on a different level of Minecraft building at that point because I couldn't I couldn't do it alone. If I was to do that, I'd probably need a team. So I was thinking this building was so ugly. It's kind of like two buildings in one. We could pretty much build that frame out like that, or we could build a square one. But at the same time, it's got that charm. It's like there's. I've got so many points. I've literally been backlogged in points. Um, yeah. So they were talking about like tutorials and how a lot like I used to do it all the time. I'm not like digging on it, but like, a lot of people watch tutorials for like how to build something, or even just like go on the internet and find something off the internet, which I'm not actually gonna say I'm gonna be against, because at some point I feel like your inspiration does need a bit of guidance in what to build. It's a really annoying situation. I lost everything, to be honest, guys. Not that I'm bummed. I'm just like I don't have don't have a backlog of resources on me. So yeah, a lot of people watch tutorials, and it's like how to build the best starter base, how to like build this, how to build that. And to be honest, guys, every single build that I've made, I'm not even. There's not even what like I might have took inspiration from what I've seen, or took inspiration from what's been done, but everything I built is completely just from the noggin. Just seeing what calls and then building that. And that's like, in my opinion, that's how Minecraft should be played. If you take inspiration, I feel like it needs to be this sort of, okay, that's great. Let me see how I can make that my own. And these are new beliefs. I didn't always have these beliefs about me. At first I would have probably told you. Um, no, tutorials are great. I built some great stuff from tutorials, And you look at it, because I built, Corrales. If you guys don't know Corrales, go search him up on YouTube. He's got some of the most amazing tutorials out there. I think they're usually, in my opinion, creative world tutorials. When I was building a big city world with one of my mates, we used to love watching a Corrales tutorial and building a Corrales house. Um, but to get past that, there was some amazing builds that we built from Corrales. Some of them literally held your hand and said, okay, build this, then that, and then this and that. And some of them, you had to like his. I think he has like the Italian mansion. I'm pretty sure he has the Italian mansion. I'm just. I guess I'm putting a bit of unsurety in my voice for no reason there, but he has the Italian mansion, and he doesn't really go through much of the exterior. So, my mate built the house, and then I built the exterior, and you look at it, and you think, okay, this looks cool. It's such an accomplishment that I've built this, and wow, like look at. I'm not saying this a whole lot of enthusiasm because that's what the point I'm trying to get across is that although I built, or we should have said me and my mate built this amazing Corrales build. It was mega. It was massive. It was extravagant. Every single like room had um, something about it, and the exterior was something just on its own, and you could walk around, and it just felt like this, crazy place to be. This absolutely just mega crazy place to be. But when you actually like think of it in terms of a accomplishment, I'm gonna create a sin again, guys. I'm sorry. Um, when you think of it in terms of accomplishment, though, that's not what I wanted to do. You don't actually feel this great sense of oof. You don't feel this great sense of accomplishment from it. You kind of just feel, oh, that's in my world. I don't know how best to explain this, guys. It's a very strange feeling where, yeah, you spent a lot of time building that Corrales build, and nobody can take that away from you. That you built that build, and even though it was a tutorial, you still put a lot of hours into it. But then, what I'm trying to get at, sorry, this is just a long-winded point. What I'm trying to get at is that I never felt that I actually like, if somebody said, "Hey Tom, that Italian mansion's well cool. How long did it take you to build that?" And there'd be two responses to this, and I was actually watching another video. I'm always watching videos, like I just said. And there's two responses. You go, "Oh, it took me ages. It took ages to come up with that." I wouldn't. I'd say I wouldn't do that. I hope in my heart I would never lie to somebody like that because it's not truthful. So that's one way of going about. Oh yeah, it took me ages. You might even just be telling a bit of a white lie. Oh yeah, it just took me a while. Took me a while. It did take us a while. How'd you come up with that? And then you pretty much have to come clean there and go, I didn't come up with that. That was a Corrales tutorial build. Oh, it's cool anyway. It's cool anyway. You kind of like you can't say, oh well, yeah. I looked at this one online and I took some inspiration and then I just started building and then all this sort of inspiration came to me and oh, this room, yeah, I was thinking about this in this sort of context and that's what really got me thinking about how I was gonna. You don't get to elaborate. You don't get to take any ownership. You don't get that sense of, yeah, I built that. That was that one was crazy, and it would take a lot longer if you actually came up with it. But even just let's say, okay, that stupid mind building. I'm calling it stupid. It's not. It's just there's okay. That thing looks a bit, and it's not. It's not a great point because it's not a very mega build. It didn't take me long to build that, but there's a sense of accomplishment when you build that from scratch, where somebody said, "Wow, look at that! Oh, I've never seen a build that looks like that before." I'm really acting today, guys. Um, and then you get to go on about it. You get to say, "Yeah, that was this crazy idea that I had for this mine, and it was I had the idea that it was going to be a side room on the side, and then I was thinking about a slanted roof, and I just thought I'll put a balcony on it. Just inspiration struck, and you get to get that sense of accomplishment, and even when you just look at it, you go, I built that. I came up with that from scratch. In Corrales, again, I'm not saying anything about. I built a million tutorial builds in my time. Obviously not a million. Over exaggerating way too much, but you know what I mean. I built so many tutorial builds, and let's just say I don't care if you build from a tutorial, if you build from memory, or if you look at a Google image and you just I've copied concepts, CAD concepts for skyscrapers. I've copied off them, and they're all inspiration at some point because you've got to turn it into the Minecraft version. I'm not knocking it, but at the same time, I'm getting to this point now maybe where I'm starting to think, I kind of want these builds to be my builds. Even if they are crap, at least then I came up with that build, and that build was of my ownership. So yeah, that was just one of the points. I went way too much into that because I've watched a lot of tutorials, and I could be watching tons of tutorials now on how to build. And this world could be full of amazing looking big structures. Oh, it's nearly night time again. Big structures and um, builds that you couldn't comprehend, and then you wouldn't probably knock it, but at the same time, it's like, well, you just followed a tutorial. Well, whatever. Tutorials, they are. I'm sounding like I'm knocking it. So yeah, in just this world, I wanna just go off imagination. There's areas where I've seen something, and I'm like, oh, I want to try and like convert that into, something. Like I seen somebody make a glass dome. It might have been a greenhouse. So that's kind of like where I thought, I'll do this for that. Um, but I'm trying to like just stay humble and just build what calls. Don't build because mega builds are a hot thing, or just do whatever. So the second point I was looking into was that good old creator Syndicate. The guy who everyone knows Syndicate. We can't allow. If you don't know Syndicate, then um, you should know Syndicate just for his many dramas that's happened. But most OG YouTuber, in my perspective, I used to watch Syndicate back when he was, releasing the old Syndicate projects. I might not have been episode one. I definitely watched episode one through to episode, whatever. He's got so many of them. And I was just, I need to watch more because I'm telling you guys, there is some gold within those hills. There is some gold in there. But I was just watching, some Syndicate, and I was trying to like get through, but he was playing on beta 1.7.3 by no choice of the just choice of the time. It was the most recent build when he was playing. It gave me a little bit of a bit of a nostalgia hit. I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, that's a good version. He had a really ugly texture pack on. I like regular. I could definitely load a texture pack up on here, guys. I don't know how I feel about texture packs in this day and age. There's gonna be a lot of tangents, guys. There's gonna be a lot of tangents. Um, Back when I first started playing Minecraft, 10 plus years ago. Just even from, let's say, from the time where I first played it on a mate's computer, and it was in this upstairs of a pub. I knew somebody who knew somebody, so I knew somebody who was the kid of the person who owned the pub. And he had a computer upstairs. I'm guessing it was the pub management compute. You know what I mean? Like probably, did his ordering. The owner did his ordering. I don't know. Too young to even care at that age. But he had Minecraft, and I might have got like 10 minutes on it. I might have got 10 minutes. Wow, look at that. If I just don't move, that stay there. That's kind of creepy. Is it just me who thinks that's kind of creepy? That is so weird. It's not like, do I have to? That is so weird. Um, but yeah, so he had Minecraft, and it was the original. This was ages ago. This was back when it was, low betas, maybe even alpha, and he had Minecraft, and I played it, and I was like, wow, because everyone knew Minecraft at the time. Minecraft was massive. Like when Minecraft was, if you guys weren't interested in Minecraft at the time, um, you most likely are, because if you're watching me, I don't know how you'd be here if you hadn't seen Minecraft at the time. If you hadn't, then you missed out a little bit, but you're here for this. But it was massive, and I played it, and I was enamored with this game. I just thought this game was crazy. I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore. Yeah, text packs. And just even the base texture was crazy. Everything about it was mental. It was unbelievable what you were looking at. You couldn't even comprehend that you could do anything. This was a game where there was no limits. The only limit of the game was you. That was, for a kid, that was unbelievable. You're sitting there thinking, you played, all the games of the time. Let's just say Mario Kart, Wii Sports, a lot of Nintendo, stuff, because Nintendo was, Nintendo was Nintendo. It was, I love Nintendo these days. I play Nintendo all the time. I think it definitely is a very kid-friendly company, but Nintendo was the big thing, obviously. How can it not be the big thing? Um, so you played all these games, and you're in the world of the game. You don't get to. You can't design your own car in Mario Kart. You can't. You know, in Wii Sports, put your own sport into the game. Obviously, these are crazy. I can't put my own sport into Minecraft, but you can kind of get where I'm going with this. It's that a game where there are no limits to what you can do. And you're pretty much at that age, you're thinking, what? I can do anything within the scope of the game. And that was what the whole ad was about. So at the time, everything's new. Wow. I hope you guys are in store for stories, because, wow. But everything was new, it was just amazing to even see the game. You fast forward to when it comes out on Xbox 360, and obviously I'm buying it. I'm begging my parents, please, 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 can I have Minecraft? Please, can I have Minecraft? Because I didn't have a computer that could run Minecraft at the time, but my Xbox 360 that could run Minecraft. I'll take a drink. 1 second, guys. Yeah, my Xbox 360 it could play Minecraft, and Minecraft was the hot new arcade game coming out. So I begged my parents, everyone's playing Minecraft. Can I get Minecraft? Can I get Minecraft? And I probably had to beg so many times. Probably had to beg and plead, can I get Minecraft? Can I get Minecraft? So I get Minecraft. Obviously, everyone's getting Minecraft. I think it's like 1669 at the time. Somewhere around 20 quid. Not a major investment really for Minecraft. At some point I would say Minecraft is worth these days. It would never, it can't cost this, and I would never ask for it to be costed this. But in today's era, if Minecraft just came out, it'd be a 60 quid game. Let's be real, this would be a 60 quid game if it came out today. So this was a major experience, in my opinion, and just getting. Thanks, Herobrine. Thank you, Herobrine. So getting Minecraft was crazy. You know, you're playing Minecraft with all your mates, and you don't even know what you're doing. Your mates have been playing it before you, so they've all got, you know, the prerequisite knowledge of what you've got to do. Even if you watch your YouTube videos, kind of tough. But you know, 360 edition was made to be easy. If you played computer, you were in the dark. You had no clue what was going on because they did not hold your hand. This tangent, I swear it'll come round to the texture packs. I swear it'll come round to the texture packs. So, you know, you play it on there, and, you know, I guess, you know, because it was on when I played it when beta was about. I didn't play it, you know, on Adventure Update. I didn't get it when the Adventure. I was playing it when we were walking. There was no hunger bar, there was no XP. I was playing it when we were just, you know, lowly caveman Steve, you know, tennis Steve, and I don't want to be racist. I think it was Black Steve. I'm trying to remember. We might call him Black Steve. I'm not quite sure. But there's tons of different Steves depending on who you were, wasn't there? So, yeah, we're playing it. We're having a super time. And that's probably for about a year or so. And every single... This has turned into a, you know, an old times story. But every single update that came out was mega. It was... I remember... This is, you know, Minecraft. I love Minecraft, guys. I've always loved Minecraft. Will I ever get to the end of the story? Who knows? Let's just get back into it. I love Minecraft. I've played Minecraft. I've seen Minecraft pretty much since Minecraft was a thing. Now, let's be honest, I wasn't seeing it when it was, you know, cave game or what. I wasn't even, you know, conscious enough to see. But I've known Minecraft since Minecraft could realistically be known. So this is one of those games that is so near and dear. But every update that came out was crazy. You know, sometimes the updates were tiny. The updates had like just a few more additions. You can go look at all the updates. But I would run around the house. I'd be like, go up to my parents, and I'd be like, "There's a new Minecraft update. There's a new Minecraft update," and yeah, obviously they, you know, they probably had no clue, like what that even was about. Like, why would somebody be so happy for an update? Even at the time, it's like, what even update? Like, what, you know, because gaming for my parents just wasn't really that big of a thing. So they're probably like, what do you mean by an update? Um, so yeah, I'd run around the house, new Minecraft update. It's the new update day, and you might get like, I think I've told about it. It's like when the new blocks of wood came out is like a really big one in my mind because that one was crazy. New different types of wood because we had seen the birch block, we had seen the spruce block, but you know there was never a birch log, there was never a spruce log. So like new blocks of wood, like what? And they came out and new tutorial worlds. That was, you know, even though you knew Minecraft at that point, it was like Minecraft is Minecraft. You knew how to play Minecraft, but you gotta get on the tutorial world. It's like there's a new tutorial world out. Let's see what they put in the new tutorial world. So everything's just revolving around these new updates. So eventually, here we go, we're coming around to the point of the story now, guys. So eventually, they start selling stuff on Minecraft, and it's cheap stuff. You know, these days they might sell, you know, content packs for, I don't even know how much they sell them for these days. That Minecoin shop, it looks ludicrous because, you know, on Xbox, let's try and get like fully into it. On Xbox, obviously, the fact was you couldn't mod an Xbox, you know, legally. Let's say legally, because you could. I heard all sorts of stories about people modding their Xbox, and you wanted to do it. You wanted to mod your Xbox. I had no clue how to mod an Xbox. You needed somebody who had the knowledge, but You couldn't mod an Xbox at the time. At our age and our experience, you had to know somebody who either knew how or was willing to buy one at the time. Sorry, guys. So this was obviously to release content packs, texture packs, skin packs. At first, obviously, it's impossible to get one because you gotta beg your parents. Can I get the skin pack? Skin pack? How much is it? A quid 69. Okay, okay, you can have it. I'd probably go ask my dad because he's probably a bit more lenient than my mum. Um, hello, creeper. We're not gonna have any issues today, are we? No, no issues, no issues. Any creepers? No. So yeah, they bring out texture packs, and one thing is that we love is these new texture packs, because at that time, the regular skins start to become a bit stale. You know. Wow, this story, guys. I'm struggling to even realize how I'm on this sort of a tangent, but yeah. So new skin packs come out, new texture packs, and you put them on because it's new, it's fresh. Minecraft's been around not like long, but you're looking for the new content. It's always about this new content. I want new content. I want new content. But now I get to this point where I love the current Minecraft texture pack. I love just seeing Steve. I could upload any skin if I could figure it out. That's a different story. But I could have any skin as Steve. But I just love the originalness of it. But it just when I say you know this is a better version of Minecraft, I'm not. There is definitely a rose tinted look. We all look at it, you know, as how we saw it back then. You look at this game and you think, oh, I'd love to see it how I saw it as a kid. I'd love to be able to relive the old, way you used to see Minecraft. So there's always that. But let's be honest, when I was younger, playing Minecraft, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm counting, but you know what I mean, 15, 16, 16 is getting on the high end. But still, as these years go, I love the new updates. New updates, yeah, let's go. Let's get the new content in this game. It's stale. I want some new stuff. So I'm always, new updates coming out. Let's hop on. You'd be tracking when's the new update coming out. Because you want that new content. But as I was getting to, when I say this is like one of the best versions, I don't just say it because. And I hope a lot of the other people who love these games. Sorry, guys, I want to work out an even method of doing this. I hope that the people who. Okay, sorry, guys. I hope the people that also love these ones have the same thought. It's that I'm not saying it because I played it, when I was 8 years old. I'm not saying it because of that. I'm saying this is the best version of Minecraft because I've seen Minecraft since day one. And I'm not saying my opinion's better than yours because I've played Minecraft since day one. I need to build this up. What I'm trying to say is that some people do like to say, "Oh, you're only saying that." And I feel like I've seen it in comment sections. You're only saying that because you played it, and oh, it's just nostalgia. It's just nostalgia. It wasn't actually better. You just think it was better because you played it when you were younger. And there is like this hint. I didn't play beta Minecraft. For like years and years and never stopped playing beta Minecraft when I was younger. I moved on. I moved to the new updates. I played the adventure update. I played the underwater update. I played this update and that update, and then eventually, because some of them, like the adventure update, it's you get okay. So here's how I think about the new updates when they come out. Back then, it was all fresh content, new stuff, amazing. Just loved it because it was new, and a lot of it felt Minecraft. This is Minecraft. This update. Oh yeah, that was good for the game. Sorry, guys. But as time moves on, you start seeing these updates, and I feel like the more and more updates that come along, the more and more you're looking at this game that doesn't even reflect that game that you used to play when you were young. Like I start looking at my this is the weirdest tangent ever from bloody video talking about Syndicate. Okay, I start looking at Minecraft these days, and I think to myself, is this Minecraft? Is this the Minecraft I remember from 5 years ago? Is this the Minecraft I remember from you know 10 years ago? It doesn't feel like Minecraft. Okay, so I load into a game and there's all these blocks. Okay, some of them are Minecrafty, but then I start finding stuff like there's this amethyst. I'm like, what else going on here? I go into I'm not on board with the new cave update. I'm not on board with a lot of stuff, so I'm like the old man screaming at the kids to get off his lawn. By the way, guys, if there's anybody to take advice from, it's probably not me. But I start looking at the caves, and I'm like, what's this all about? I'm like, these aren't Minecraft caves. Like these aren't good. Then I'm looking at the end update. As somebody who's never even beat the end, because I don't care. I'm not playing Minecraft. I beat the end cheating. Not cheating, but you know what I mean. I've gone in creative mode and beat the end. What's this elytra about? I can fly? Well, that's not Minecraft. Why would I be able to fly? You can get fireworks, and I'm saying things that are literally just Minecraft today, guys. But you can get fireworks and fly. I don't remember Minecraft. You being able to fly. I don't really. Oh, that don't sound like Minecraft to me. I could go on. I could go on and just keep. Sorry, guys. Wait. I could keep ranting, because the Minecraft to me was underwater update that felt like Minecraft. Villages that felt like Minecraft. The new villager update that felt like Minecraft. But then I'm getting all these blocks, and then the music's changing. Then there's mobs that I don't even understand, and these great big mountains, and the biomes don't make any sense, and it. I don't. I might just be disillusioned, guys. I'm getting to this point with Minecraft where it's Padme in. This is really showing how much of a nerd I am. Padme, Revenge of the Sith, before the Anakin vs Obi-Wan Mustafar fight, and I believe it's something like, I don't recognize to Anakin. I don't recognize who you are anymore. I can't remember the exact quote. I hope you guys know what I mean. It's like she's saying, Anakin's like, talking about the new empire that he can have. She just doesn't recognize him anymore. And that's kind of like how I feel about Minecraft. I look at Minecraft now, and I'm like, what? I think I might need to call the episode. Nah, we're good. I'll go on to an hour. So 2 instances of Minecraft. Don't remember doing that. I just don't recognize it. It doesn't sound, look, or feel like Minecraft. And this kind of leads into the texture packs. Because when you put a texture pack on, it's still Minecraft, but under the hood it's still Minecraft, but on top it's not. But what I feel like they've done with Minecraft now, and you might be able to buy a texture pack when on PC you can just install them if you're on Java. Okay, that's a new thing about the new Minecraft. I never understood Bedrock Edition. You have to pay for a texture pack. You have to pay for a skin. You have to pay for a world. I remember Minecraft on PC. This is what I thought about Minecraft on PC. It was no limits. Minecraft on Xbox, you had to pay for it because it was on an Xbox. You couldn't just, put in your own skin or put in your own text pack. It's on Xbox. That's just not how an Xbox works. But on PC, that's no limits. We download this stuff. This stuff's free. Oh, you want a new texture pack? Well, I made this texture pack. Have it for free. You can send me a donation if you want as a tip, but, I made it for free. Download it. Oh, you want this cool world that I made? Here you go, download it. I've got the world file right here. Oh, look at this amazing skin I made. I'll upload it onto the Minecraft.com or whatever that one was called, that Minecraft world. And you guys can just download it for free. And then, you go on Bedrock Edition, and it's like, you want that skin? Oh, that'll be a £5, please. Oh, you want that world? Oh, but that world's got advanced shaders. That'll be a £10. Yeah. Oh. You want a text pack? Oh, you know how much AI work that took? Oh, that's going to cost you another £5. Yeah. Oh, but you see, it's going to cost a £5. But I'm only going to sell you the tokens in at £7. So that's actually going to cost you £7 because I need you to buy the tokens to buy the skin. And now that you bought the tokens, oh, but look at that skin. That one's £3. But you won't have enough at the £7. But we have the £10 pack, so you could buy the £10 coin pack, and you could get the £5 skin, the £3 skin, and you'll have £2 left over in token. Oh, you see that skin? That one's also £3. But with the £10 one, you won't be able to afford that. But we have the £20 pack. With the £20 pack, you get the £5 one, you get the £3 one, you get the other £3 one, and you'll have £9 left over. Oh, but you want that £10? Oh, we have the £40 pack. You can get £40 worth of tokens. You can have all of that, and you could have £20 left over. That's kind of how I think about these marketplaces, but still. So yeah, the skin packs and that were cool at the time, but now I look back on it, it's like Minecraft already put a skin pack on what I thought wasn't broken. They changed tons of textures, and then I look at it and I'm like, I'll watch like new Minecraft videos today, and I'm like, what am I watching again? I know what I'm watching. I'm not stupid, but it's like I hear the music chiming. Oh. And I'll hear it and I'm like, oof, yeesh. That's not as good as C418. We're building a pair, guys, by the way. I'll probably go one more out. So yeah, Minecraft, the old man standing on his porch screaming at the kids. Look what you've done to my damn lawn. It used to be so beautiful. And the music's too boom bass. Where's the clarinets? I'm. I hope I'm like. I feel like I'm not in a vacuum with this opinion, and sometimes I feel like I can't quite um lock it down and say exactly what I mean by Minecraft isn't the same anymore. It's just this general feeling that it left the idea that made Minecraft so great. That what Minecraft used to be was different. And I guess some of it is like they could add. Let's think about it. In reality, maybe they could add this new end update, the new caves update, the whoosy whatsies and the thingamajigs of the day. And it could still all be Minecraft, but there was a principle. I feel like when Notch was, I know Notch. It's just like George Lucas. You know, at some point you got to say goodbye, and you've got to part ways, and it's easier to, you know, to part ways than to fight the backlash. But there was a principle, and it felt like the principle was that it was a game made for the fans. It wasn't like they could have charged a lot of money for Minecraft, in my opinion. Like when Minecraft was on official release, I personally believe they could have charged up to 60 quid. It's a full experience at that point. You know, it's as big now as any other, you know, now it's got all this content, but it's as big as any, you know, game that gets released. It's got all the, you know, amazing things that you could want out of a game. But it felt more like it was for the fans. I remember a story of Not Just where it was like Minecraft free online. I can't recall. You guys might have saw the story, and it was like the kid was hosting it, and I think Notch. I don't know if he entirely didn't care, but I think he just let it go because I think he some form realized. I think this is how the story goes, that people would probably just either they weren't going to buy the game anyway, and they were going to find a free way to play it anyway, or that would entice them to play the game. And I hope that's the correct. I think Notch was actually like a really good guy in terms of development. I hope. I'm not quite sure about that. We'll finish up this part up here, and then we'll call this an episode of Old Man Rambles about. I'm not old, by the way, but in terms of Minecraft, I'm an OG. I'm an unk when it comes to Minecraft, and as unks do, they have, you know, old takes, and I hate new Minecraft. I'll be as bold to say You see, when I try and play new Minecraft, because I've done it many times, and I try and play new Minecraft. I've not done it in ages because I gave up. But I always tried. I never tried beating it. Don't get me wrong, I never tried beating it. Because I don't think Minecraft was made to be beaten. I thought Minecraft. I always thought the end goal of Minecraft was. Sorry, guys. To build your world out. I never saw Minecraft as the game that you beat. So I never tried beating it, but it's that 2 week philosophy. Like the number 2 weeks. Not 2 week, is it? That sounds funny. Oops. Where I'd play it for like 2 weeks, and I just couldn't play anymore. I could start making a world, but I get to this point where I just couldn't do it. Something about it, I just couldn't play Minecraft anymore on the new versions. I'd start a world and I'd be so bored. I don't know what it is. I'd have so much. You know when you go to the shop, Americans, I don't even know how you deal with it. I love the idea, probably terrible in execution. But you go to shop, and let's just say you go to the chocolate. or crisps or chips. Are you want to buy a chocolate bar? And you look in the section and there's 50 chocolate bars. I don't know, let's start small. There's 10 chocolate bars. There's 10 chocolate bars. There's a couple that you like. There's a couple that you know you don't like. There's a couple that you're on the fence. Oh, maybe I'll try that one again. And you know, it might take you. You might be there for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, choosing a chocolate bar. I hope this makes sense. I could be just making some shit up here. So yeah, you walk out with your chocolate bar. You're happy. You know, you made a quick decision, and that decision was good. They had the top 10 chocolate bars. Let's just say these were the top 10 chocolate bars on the market. We can't stock a lot, but we got the best ones for you. So you go to the next shop, and you're gonna buy another chocolate bar. A week later. This is a crazy one, guys. Hold on for it. You already know where I'm going. They got 50 chocolate bars. Okay. They got the 10 that the last shop had, but now they've got an extra 40. Well, let's just say some of these are really good chocolate bars. You know, these are some chocolate bars you really like. And some of them, again, some of them you don't like. And these are the different ones that you didn't like from last time. So, you know, you take about a couple minutes and you might have just chose the same chocolate bar from last week or the same one in the 10. So you next week you go to another shop, and then this shop has 100 chocolate bars, all different types of chocolate bars, 100 of them. And at this point, you're looking at the chocolate bar section, and you're like, "What is going on?" Like, there's the 10 that you know, the top 10 that you really like. There's the extra 40 that were added on from last week, and now there's another 50. And you're looking at these chocolate bars, and you're like, "What is going on?" I think I'm just gonna have the one from the top 10. My point is, in that weirdest way of making it, is that the base game has the top 10 features. When you go to the adventure update, let's just say the adventure update's like 25 chocolate bars. It's still really good. You got a great selection of chocolate bars. They do the top 25 chocolate bars. You know, great update. More updates come out. You got 50 selections of everything. Wow, okay. I'll take the 25. You know, the 10 was not enough. Let's be honest, the 10 was not enough. We'll put the 25 in. The 25 is great. I love the 25 options. I can pick what I like. I've got more options that I like. I know what I don't want to eat. But there's 25 of them. I'm good. 50. I'm starting to think, what's going on? The 25 was okay. I don't know what the extra 25 is really adding. The 100? Oh, the 25 was fine, guys. The extra 75 you put in, I don't need it. Some people, I understand, probably love change. Probably love the new updates. They probably love seeing all these new blocks, these new features. Some people love engineering. Some people love building amazing things. Some people just love that there's more features in the video game. But when I'm telling you, 4 pages of items, well, free in a tiny bit of items. You tell me, guys, is this not the top 10 chocolate bars right here? And then the adventure update, is that not the top 25? Like, these are all the things that you expect in Minecraft, in my opinion. And then the adventure update just kind of like solidifies it. Boom, we've got it. Nail on the head right here. This is what brought everyone in. So this is, it's not enough for a lot of people. This wouldn't be enough for hardly anyone, really, but it's got all the best options. I don't know where I'm going with this, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you've even stuck around for this rant, I'm kind of like in this weird ranty feeling. I don't know. Just kind of looking back on Minecraft, watching Minecraft's coming up in the recommended now. I've been doing a lot more Minecraft stuff, so Minecraft's showing up, and it annoys me. I'm I'm a weirdo. I don't get why I can't let go of these old versions and why I can't just enjoy new Minecraft. Some people are like, if you don't enjoy Minecraft, you don't have to play it. And I'm like, I thought that exactly with the new Minecraft. I don't enjoy it. And then there's people saying, "Oh, it's just nostalgia. It's just because you played it, back then, or it's just because you were a child when you played it, and you're trying to I don't think it's any of that. I wholeheartedly believe that this and the adventure update, in my opinions, got its own merits, is some of the best Minecraft that ever got produced. And now we're just looking at bloated software that people want more and more because at some point you're so bored that, oh, just give me some more. I just need something else to make this interesting. Oh, I can't get around the world quick enough because I just want to. I've not got enough. I just want to fly around the map, and I don't know. Whatever. I'm bumming myself out here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I haven't bummed you guys out. I hope this has just been a bit of philosophical talk about Minecraft and how Minecraft is not the same game it used to be. And in my regards, they've tried to plaster over what Minecraft used to be and turn it into something else. Let's just look at the game menu, for example. Pretty simple, right? Big options, save and quit, back to game. These are the big options, and you got achievements and statistics. Not as important. There's obviously something feels like missing, but still, great formula. Leave a like if you like it. That is weird. What is going on? That must be my mouse. That's grieving me out, man. Leave a comment, please, down below. If you made it this far, if you listened to the whole thing, I'm begging you. If you're not just one of those people who accidentally your TV just started playing it and I'm just talking to the wind. But if you listen this far and you're here, please leave a comment. I'd love to read it. Obviously, Minecraft's become the big thing on my channel. I can't help myself. I love Minecraft. Love old Minecraft. Hate new Minecraft. That's me, guys. Deal with it. Subscribe if you are interested in the content and you want to see more of how this world progresses. I'm telling you, this world's going to be massive. I'm not giving up until this world is my own little kingdom. So thank you guys. I better finish this one off. I've been trying to finish this off for like 10 minutes. So thank you guys so much. There's my OBS software, and I am out of here.